Technologic.
Marketing Tech Blog.
Because this is what people are like now. They got their phone and they're like, it won't. Give it a second. It's going to space. Can you give it a second to get back from space?
Technologic. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it.
This is exciting. It's not just exciting. Obviously, talking to Steve Forbes is just an amazing opportunity.
Yes, sir.
But the fact that we have someone, he's Ivy League, he's a media empire, he's. I was reading online, that he basically consults with some of the governors on their tax, issues and everything else. So this is a guy that's literally in the know and influential from a country standpoint. And a lot of times in Indianapolis, we kind of feel left behind, right? There's the New York and there's, LA and San Francisco and everything. And so it's great just to get that acknowledgement,
right?
That we have these huge companies and huge investment coming here in town, and some of the things that are happening here in town. If anybody, if you want to kind of keep your eye on what's going on with the tech industry, healthcare, software, doesn't matter what it is, but
right.
Go to techpoint.org. Techpoint is, a leading, I would say, not a lobbying organization, but it's kind of the foundation, public-private, I believe.
Kind of a consortium.
Yeah, a consortium of the tech companies, and they're doing a much better job. I was talking to Joshua. He's doing an amazing job over there, and Mike, who's leading the charge, of bringing these stories to the forefront. So before they used to have kind of this static website that didn't do anything. Joshua was just sharing me with the growth of the site is unbelievable. Double digits, up. I think he said like 20 times the traffic, and their email list is just skyrocketing. But it's because they're doing a very aggressive job of getting the stories out about the companies that are growing, investing, tips, tools, all of that information. So be sure to go check them out. And he shared with me some of the vision of TechPoint, and I think it's pretty neat what they're really trying to do. They're truly trying to not control from a top down what's happening in town, but they're really trying to pull it by the roots and really grow it. And so they're hard charging on connecting businesses to the right people, connecting them to the right financial institutions, connecting them to the that's their key. And I think that's an important thing here in Indy, because a lot of times we look outside of Indianapolis for the help. We look outside of Indianapolis for investment. We look outside of Indianapolis for resources. And the fact is it's right here. It's right in our own backyard. And so, I just wanted to start with that diatribe.
Yeah, they just had an entrepreneur boot camp with Angie Hicks and Mark Hall. Those are where businessmen that can come up with ideas can actually get started right there, as opposed to grooming companies that already have succeeded. This is where ideas can flourish and find fertile soil.
And people don't realize that the sprout up of other businesses, right? So a Primo has sprouted up dozens of businesses.
Right.
I was talking to, there's one, Innovation Map, Sales View, a bunch of different businesses that all sprouted off of a Primo. Exact Target has had, Right On Interactive, and a bunch of people at Tinderbox, from there. And so
all good companies.
DK New Media, right? I'm a sprout, of that. Compendium.
Well, they can't win all the time.
Yeah. but that's what people don't realize is what happens is these companies really do grow and really get big, and then the entrepreneurs get that bug and they leave and go start new businesses, and those businesses grow and those businesses grow. And so the necessary thing is to have these innovation summits and to keep this going, and to have organizations like TechPoint really pushing young people. If you can't find a job, how do you start a business? Right. How do you do that? And then get the other leaders in town together. I think that there's incredible momentum in Indianapolis when we work together. We see it just alone, right? You guys and us. Our two firms work together closely, and we trade and we swap and we talk about tools and we make each other's lives more efficient. Harry's working with you now. Harry used to work with me, and or still does. But those are the important things. I read recently that the Chamber of Commerce is looking to become a microloan lender, which kind of puts them in a totally different,
as opposed to SBA from the state government,
right,
or city government. You have a independent organization looking to have some fledgling foundation money. Some seed capital for these different organizations. That's great.
Gary Dick continues to be a great resource. For keeping up. IBJ. I don't know if you guys have been reading IBJ, but I'm telling you, they have changed their tone.
They really have.
They used to be this kind of aggressively going after businesses. Now they're really starting to talk more about the business growth and the business culture here in town. So,
in fact, they just interviewed Steve Forbes just about the innovation that's coming up, the Innovation Summit. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. I mean, these things are finding ground. We're hitting pavement on some really good tech companies.
Yeah, we just got to keep the motivation going. So everybody, all the listeners out there, obviously talk to Site Strategics, talk to Erin and everything. But if you want to get involved with these too, we know all the events in town too.
Yeah.
These people come to us and ask us to help promote them and everything. But there are a ton of events going on in town right now that you can just go and network at minimum, and then you can even, there's stuff like Verge, you can pitch your event.
Speakeasy,
speakeasy. Yeah. There's just a ton. Launch Fishers. I mean, everywhere in the city now there is some kind of entrepreneurial, event and organization trying to get things started.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.